Duc in altum. My brothers and sisters in Christ, these words, duc in altum, Latin for put out into the deep, put out to deep water, as we hear them in today's gospel, often come up as a bit of a kind of challenge, a call to arms in Christian spirituality. And we hear in the gospel passage that Peter, at this point, Simon hasn't truly come to know Jesus yet. As a fisherman, he receives this challenge, put out into deep water for the fish, and Peter is hesitant, Master, but it says, but if you command, I will do so. And of course, as we hear in the story, he does so, catches an overwhelming amount of fish, falls to his knees, Lord, depart from me, I'm a sinful man. And of course, this very humble beginning for the one who would become the rock and the leader of the early church. But this sense that we need to put out in deep water speaks to the fact that the Lord constantly approaches us and challenges us to go deeper. And in our shallow faith, we want to cling to shallow water, kind of like a child learning to swim in the shallow end of the pool and being afraid of the deeper end of the swimming pool because they have to swim, can't touch the bottom. We cling to that which feels safer to us, that which is more familiar. And the deep water is threatening, or at least is intimidating to us. And so when the Lord challenges us to go deeper, sometimes we can just look at it as a binary, which is, we can either just refuse and stay in the shallow end, or we can, be someone of great faith to kind of make the leap of faith and go take the plunge into deep water. But often we find that we might actually just fall in the middle. So we might fall in the position that Peter did today, which is that we're skeptical, and yet we do it, and then we're blown away when we see what God does with it. All of these are kind of natural reactions in the life of Christian discipleship. Ultimately, we hope to cooperate with the grace of God, put our trust in Him, that when He gives us the call to put out into the deep, we do so without question. And yet we know at times we are hesitant, where we fall short in our sin, our fear, even just sometimes our love of comfort. But the invitation comes constantly. And so my challenge is more of a question today, to ask yourself, especially to take this to prayer. Where is the Lord calling me to put out into the deep right now? Perhaps it's a challenge that I've ignored or I've run away from, but where am I being invited to go deeper? Perhaps it's deeper in my life of prayer. Perhaps it's deeper in my works of charity. Perhaps it's a call to a big change, to make a leap of faith into something bigger. It can be different at different times. And yet, the Lord does not ask us to ever settle for where we are. He's constantly challenging us to go deeper. And so, pray with the question today, where is the Lord inviting me to put out into the deep? And pray that, like Simon Peter, I may be able to fall to my own knees when I see what God can do with just the teeniest bit of faith on my part. May God bless you.